So Rich, what's the main problem? How is 10 million? Is 10 million good for the quarter just ended, even though it's down from 16 million? It was above the 7.5 people were expecting, but still wasn't. It's amazing. Right?
Netflix is all about the whisper and do they get to the whisper and what's the guidance? And remember, they reported last quarter and people panicked, right? The stock, I think, plunged down to like 400 and I think it was like 420 after hours. And look at where it is now. It's like 480, 475, 490. I mean, the point is, fast forward 3 months and the stock is over 10%, 15% higher. And so this stock has moved in step functions for years. It's been the most volatile stock I've ever covered in my career covering stocks. But what's the fundamental shift here? People are streaming more video. People are moving away from linear TV. Look, your own parent company, NBC Comcast, had a huge announcement this week with Peacock. I mean, I watched Linda Yaccarino talk at Signal this week, which is P&G's big marketing conference, and she's talking about the need to embrace technology and to shift into the future. And, I think that is all Netflix. I mean, if you think about Netflix is the leader in this category. They're dominating. They've added almost as many subscribers in the first half of the year as they did all of last year. And I think the most important fact, if you look at anything from earnings yesterday, the most important fact to walk away with is that U.S. subscribers are accelerating. They're at 73 million subscribers, and they've been accelerating in the U.S., which just speaks to how big the global opportunity is. The global opportunity is way bigger when you realize how penetrated the U.S. is. I mean, 73 million subs, Joe. We're getting up to the place where pay TV is in the U.S. in terms of cable subs.
I was thinking they need content for everybody, but the dubbing's getting better. I mean, it's not perfect, but I watch stuff from, that foreign language stuff that I don't notice it after a while that I'm watching something that's in a different language. Although they're at this point with nothing being made, don't you foresee a slowdown in content, or what? How do they handle that? They buy more? What do they do?
I watched Ron Howard the other day. I mean, he has his first show or first movie he's ever produced for Netflix, Hillbilly Elegy. Amy Adams is starring in it. It comes out I believe in November. The Crown is coming out in November. I mean, Netflix shoots a year ahead. So they've got a ton of content where most of Hollywood has nothing. I mean, literally. I mean, this will be the first time in history of television that there is not going to be a fall TV schedule because no content's being made essentially in the U.S. Netflix has shot a lot of content that'll carry them into early 21. But Joe, as you just said, they're also able to create content overseas that then they bring into the U.S. And so they've restarted production in a lot of overseas markets. Look, they're going to be drier than they would have been in the first half of 21. There's no doubt about it. They talked yesterday that it's going to be back end weighted to 21 in terms of the content that was supposed to come out. They're definitely behind schedule. But everybody else is far further behind schedule. And I think on the movie side, that's a really important point. I mean, Netflix is continuing to put out movies. They're acquiring movies from all the big studios movie theaters are not opening up anytime soon. I mean, it's pretty clear this virus is at least in part aerosol. I mean, WHO reversed their position the other day. I was watching Dr. Fauci yesterday with Mark Zuckerberg. If this virus is aerosol, at least in part, movie theaters can't open. If movie theaters can't open, the advantage to being a direct-to-consumer place for movies is a huge advantage for Netflix. The advantages are going to grow because of COVID, not shrink. The stock may go down today. I mean, look, I think it's actually going to rally throughout the day. But the reality is, wait to see where this stock is 3 months later. I think it's always hard to look at Netflix on a daily basis.